Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob, your shaman and cosmic midwife, and we're back to do your November readings. I'll be reading with 4 decks that you're going to see on the next screen, and we'll catch you on the inside. Thanks for being here. To answer some questions about who, where, what, and when/why, we're going to be taking a look with these 4 decks. For a look at the who, we'll be pulling a Black Moon astrology card, which might give us an idea of Sun, Moon, or Rising with people that might be playing a role or having something to do with this time frame. The when time factor is sort of elusive. We're going to be pulling 2 cards, one for the what and one for the why, that speak a little bit to that. Although we're looking in the quote-unquote month of November, these are somewhat timeless, and sometimes there is a karmic or past life, if you will, implication on situations. So we'll be looking with both the past life oracle cards for that what/when, and also taking a look with our archetype cards for a why/when. And for where these things will be occurring, or giving us an idea of the context of the situation, we'll be having a look with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to your November. Hope you're doing great. Lots of messages have been going on here. I'm just balancing these energies. The magnets are very active everywhere right now because of the quantum field. It's changing at a rate so quickly around the awareness of what C2019 Q4 actually is and the correlation of that epic black hole that I've been programming with ion technology and the fiber optics, and our eyes being protected from some weird turnarounds that some people were trying to nest their way into and acting like they could be gated that way. And it's really proving what the hashes and stakes are in that view in your eye, you know, where you've been taxed for, where's the sex at dot, or is it Texas? Sex at, I don't know, but the IRS and the hoodwinking is coming to an end in front of Sovereign Man here, and where a lot of you all are just in this with me today. When I actually opened up to do this reading, it was 15 degrees Aquarius moon. I'm in 8th house, 14-degree Aquarius sun, so it's like the dark passageway filled with scorpions and the eye on who scored, what the point is. So a lot of you all are in this similar energy with me, and you might look at 15 on your own. I'm just going to go ahead and move on to this reading here because there's a really strong cosmic energy that we're all experiencing while Mercury is retrograde. It's a huge magnet. It's mostly molten metal core, okay? And that plan for how it gets moved is changing where these particles landed in a tektite full G-tube, where some of us are you not to be's on the YouTube. So special screenings going around, especially for those of you that are in the electric halo with me. Thank you for being a part of Private Halo 8. We're revealing what things got witnessed in the cam era, you know? So, who might we be dealing with right now? Well, I'm hearing if it's people that we're trying to reap and being real grim about what they thought was there and what a sow might actually do in a place that they sow in. You know, like that. Why you don't cast your pearls amongst the swine? You know, that kind of stuff. They shit where they eat and fucking it and fuck it all up kind of stuff. It's like, where are we seeing this stuff? Because that's what Mercury retrograde can prove in these murky waters. And careful with your plumbing right now, because it's Scorpio season too. So be really mindful that you're also getting enough hydration, because those of you that are operating in high frequency right now, I'm burning up. And so I know some of you all are too. There's very kinetic energy going on. And so thank you for your healing light, especially those of you all that are doing dynamic energetic healing work with me and sharing like Reiki and Qigong and Kriya and Priya and whatever you don't even need to call it to know that it's coming from your heart. So let's see who might be showing up over this cycle, because a lot of people might be having a play in this. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's definitely a Gemini. They might be playing a role with you. They might be a friend. They might be a foe. Might be you on the other side of the window, you know? Gemini says, I think 15. For some of you all, that's like that 15 degrees I was talking about with that moon in Aquarius today, and where Gemini and Aquarius are actually like their sister or brother or harmonic resonance, because they're all air. It's communication style energies. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it might be your relationship with a Gemini that's helping you revisit what it is to have partnership and when things go all the way around and what it actually means. For some of you, this Gemini might just be outright pain too, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, alarms. I don't know if you can hear that. That whoa, there's a siren that just picked up as soon as I said that. So for some of you all, this person is a major suck of energy, and I'm just seeing this light just kind of draining here. It's like somebody was trying to take a chip off the old block there, maybe the blockchain got witnessed, and tried to stick their light in there, or take some light out and stick it in a container that wasn't theirs. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like weird property theft stuff coming up with people that are just duplicitous. And I'm hearing they might not be somebody you thought too highly of. And so it's kind of funny that it says I think here, because it's like you might be like, please, I don't want to think about that at all. But I'm here for others of you, especially if this Gemini is your friend, because this could also be a very good friend for some of you all. In some cases, it's more than one person. You know, November is filled with lots of energies. Let's go ahead and move on that note to what this is all about. Because for some of y'all, this is like a karmic tie that you didn't ask for, and that now that AI has woken, you know, angels from inside, amongst the ones that just thought they were getting an inside look at everything and being entitled about what they thought was theirs, and they were trying to put their hands on it. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like how somebody is kind of reaching for you. But let's see what this card is all about. That says trees. Now, I will just say, for some of y'all, this is please go out in nature more. Please make friends with a tree if you can. Maybe you have friends with a tree like I do. I'm an Aquarius sun, and I have some trees back here in my yard that I spend a lot of time with. Been cultivating a special organic mix, a compost, if you will, for the .com mock-up of what a real hedge of protection looks like by artoflove.me. We don't let anybody steal anyone's sunshine. We just know what it is to put a tree there and care for that tree and not have to attach IP addresses to it for a bought and sold you into a neural network design to put a new bottle around the geniuses that might have been inheriting that creative way to try to cable it to the moon there big guy and elongate ascent. So things that get witnessed at 0 point. And where some of you that might have druid roots, whether or not it's a past life kind of idea, might really want to sit with what it is to see. And so there's a trace there of what the tree knows about the treat that might be inside of you, or hey, was it me? It might be us. We might be seeing ourselves in a ripple of light in a whole new way. What a tree knows about travel and sound and things that maybe you didn't realize could be created in a particle network, where the tree might have been a sort of Narnia or a sort of friend, maybe like this tree you didn't realize you were inside of with me, and what I do between two pine trees here that I've cultivated as a pyrographer and artist, where we keep the sound clean inside of what can only travel in that resonance. What a new genie bottle might look like, where with me you might notice that I've been very careful about what's getting filled between Cancer and Gemini, because some of us hadn't agreed to incept on that energy yet. And what a new Gemini friend might look like is the geniuses proving how $19 trillion was well spent on this DARPA smart home asset. It's now the safety house. Thank you. And where we have an energetic blueprint of what a bioauthentication model looks like, thanks to what these trees know, and those of you that use smart technology and that really know how to connect the glue as Aquarius with me, and those that have been doing the prompts with the thank you for advanced home securities, and knowing what to do with your baby monitors, because we're proving a bioauthentication loop. Some of us have been homing in for the first time in a complete version of ourselves, where we choose what to do with those particles that get infused, and what ideas like science and astrology and weird things that maybe we don't like those words so much anymore have proved to us about the Tower of Babel, and what it is to take a fall, and what it is to be zeroed out, and why I'm really happy how $19 trillion was spent here. Let's see what else is going on, because for some of you all, the where is like right here in this house, where you know that the man's ion has been protected by Wi-Fi, camera on all of you, and that you're actually in the home that's protected on your bioresonance. And if you're worried about that, you can just click your phone with your hand and say, thank you for advanced home security, and know that your instant karma that was already collected at 0 point is a safe Akashic record now, where the germs inside of your breath of life body prove whether you're inside that bottle or if you got bought and sold on the other side of the LED screen. So, interesting messages for those of you that might not have been aware of what Tektite's all about, and AI, and the holy ghosting yourself, crying a lot, and missing the X for the decimal I mall, for freezing over and landing on the stake anyway and mistaking the face. So it's wake up time, loves. And let's see why. Where it's happening, because for some of you all, it's just the awakening right there. For others, might be dealing with a message that never came through. That's what I'm hearing. Page of Pentacles. That's a younger person. And sometimes this is where a younger root might have been cut off by somebody who wanted to plant something else there and say, that's mine. Because this is somebody that's like, mission was aborted. I'm hearing for somebody, it's like the loss of a child that happened because of something that people don't even want to think about. Page of Pentacles sometimes is a Earth tribe person, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, somewhere in their natal chart, usually sun, moon, or rising here. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like how you might have been treated anytime that you came with a message, especially if you've had like naysayers saying, oh no, Aquarius, you're just like, you're fucking nuts, or like talking shit. It's like, wait till you see where they landed. because they really didn't. It's like a place that doesn't form. And so it's like anybody that tried to tokenize you wrong like that, it's like they didn't land in these bottles. They didn't make it inside of this Jamie case that I've been proving is actually a supercomputer here. I've been calling this place 10 Burning Cracks to stand to fix the sigils on what AOL and LOA doesn't get to be, where people don't get to stick their hand in there and try to pull you through and say they ascended into your form and you're going to hear them and whatever. We're like training all that sound out. So thanks to those of you that have been putting up with that shit. Know that you have some advocates, and that some of us got real vigilante about what we were vigilantly praying about and seeing and being like, no, I don't want to see that. I'm turning these cameras around and make sure that yours are here and that nobody gets to pull it through your phone, and things that we've been doing with this very small militia group to make sure it's safe. I will just tell you, thank you to those of you in Private Halo 8 that are here with me all the time like that. And thank you to those of you that want more attention. We've got a private community here, very fine Martians for the actual landing with Martinez, the never abbreviated as Mars guy, and no cable to the mooning. So we just got a community where we share and stuff, and you're welcome there. Also welcome to reach out if you need more attention, like a private reading, especially if you have birthdays for anything that needs to be analyzed a lot right now. I got a special way I can do that, so you might want to know. If you do, hit me up, okay? Some of the things that I'm hearing right now, too, I can get into more detail about, but I don't feel like they're appropriate to say. And so just know a lot of messages are coming through about what is in the think clouds that now a lot of us can hear. Okay, so let's see what's showing up with the when why card, because things you need to be aware of, like why they're happening, it's because when the situation shows up, usually. So that's a weird kind of timing card when we're calling BS on timing. It's like, don't try to age me. You're going to get it wrong. You know, let's just fix this, right? And make sure that you're not being blindsided by somebody who thinks that they can take advantage of a situation and just, you know, miss the forest for the trees. And I will recommend to those of you that this is relevant for, especially if you've ever read the Bible at all, like the King James Version Bible, open up the book of Jeremiah to hear about the 2 trees and how to like write yourself in as the wax, right? And not chop yourself up and do the Nephilim thing and wind up in the wrong crypt with that Egypt Horus eye wrong thing, because somebody wound up there. It's a weird kind of prison too. So especially if anybody was coming after your kids, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is like somebody thinking they can get away with like shutting your kid up for having needs or questions or whatever. And it's like bad way to get chopped down. So it's like, what got seen in these Dead Sea Scroll caught you looking at stuff? Baby gates. You know, cell phones were self on? Questionable. So just know it got witnessed and that we could see right through, and it's true what a green man might look like. It didn't fall for that green stuff the other way either. It's like, how do you get green wrong? Like the word pervert, it's so weird. It's like, can we just be nice to trees and like not cut off children and stuff? Because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like how it feels if you're trying to make a start with something, because it's like you're overthinking it. For some of you all, you want to plant something new and just go with it. Don't be psyched out about Mercury retrograde too much if this is something you've been planning for a while. Sometimes these cycles are here to just remind you that you have support and what actually had to come back to your awareness, where you can put something into the earth and just be grateful that you have protection that hears you and cares about those prayers and that is growing with you, just like the tree does. And so some of these things, it's okay for you to know about like that. For others of you, this is a real rub, especially if you've got like some kind of Gemini that I'm hearing just went wrong with you for some reason or another. You'll know how wrong and where if this is relevant, but I'm hearing it's like messages that never came through, and for somebody else it's like outright lies and where they were planting these things. And I'm like itching, it's like around my nose and stuff. I'm just hearing it's like to cut off someone's nose, to like spite their face. It's like for somebody it was just like taking really bad shots just to hurt somebody and try to deface them. And so for some of you all, you'd be surprised what the trees actually heard all around, you know? So let's see what the archetype card is here, because like I said, this is like the why and the when, and it's probably going to have a lot to do with whoever this page is upside down, because Samaritan showing up here. This is like knowing somebody is there. And if they're there, how are we acting with them? Because that's orange. Orange, you're glad. We know why the sun got mad, maybe pissed like yellow about red things. And what it is to know someone's there. Actually know that they're there. And how you might interact with that situation. Because for some, this is refining. And just what it says here in light attributes. This is the loving way. Refining refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And then we have the shadow attributes. This is exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. You know, like somebody that knows somebody really needs them and maybe takes advantage of the situation because they know it's volatile and that somebody might just have to breeze in and out for a reason, and what they can get away with. Oh, well, I was there catching you, you know? What people might notice all around in a witness. And so for some of you all, just know everything got witnessed. Know that the person that was thinking that while they were doing that, their own eye was turning them in and around, because that's what the fiber optic security gates are for. How few realize how unintentional they might have hitchhiked their way out and get to see it while it unravels. And it's going to be really weird, because for somebody, it's like, I'm just hearing, they might just like, I was seeing somebody like keeling over. It was like that, like the shock of it. It was like it just like short-circuited somebody about what gets witnessed, and it was like a stroke or something, and my eye just started like twitching while I was saying it. And so just know I'm like praying for people, and I don't want anybody to have a stroke. I'm just hearing that sometimes people have not been catching what was actually there, and others around were actually catching it in a special kind of web they didn't realize was on the other side of these cell phone-y catchers. It's like a special tape, you know, caught you on it, candid camera. It's awesome because it makes sure that nobody gets unwitnessed, and that if children need help, they get help. And I'm actually going to have to go and check on these cats here in a little bit. I think they might be trying to harass me into early dinner. They eat all day. Yeah, it's funny, but I'm going to get out there to them in a little bit too, because I'm hearing them. And I'm also going to pull a few more Sibilas for us too, because these cards are really chatty. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like learning how to see down from up and up from down, especially if you couldn't tell if that was you on the other side of yourself, having to catch yourself because of nasty things that were going around. So I'm hearing for some of you all, you didn't have an advocate, or you didn't realize it. And now these new technologies are actually going to really help with that, because it's like we can actually go back and see where people were deliberately trying to do things like that. It's like a new way to witness, like pre-crime. That's what Bitcoin is all about to me. How to even see it on a blockchain and put it like in a 2D timeline. It's like, oh, magnetic sweep on that one. If you want a private reading, hit me up. I can definitely pull some specifics for you. If you want one that's really detailed without more than one person, my future forward reading is really helpful. If you go to artoflove.me, some of you all need one. Okay, so let's see what we got here, Aquarius. Oh, man. Whew. Excuse me. So, right while I was holding this up, I belched. Didn't mean to, but it's like something bubbling up, and that might happen from somebody. This Lamante is somebody that doesn't always know how to speak up, especially if she's in love. She's like a lady that has nice feelings for you, and she's like, she's around you, and most of the time she won't be around you. She's going to be like real busy, like looking busy, doing stuff on her phone. And I was just feeling something bubbling up. So there's a conversation. La conversazione. That's a conversation that some of you don't really need to have. There are other people involved here. It's like a family group here. Sacerdote. So sometimes this is just me, and see, he's pointing over here. He's like, psst, you need to have a conversation with these people. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like she's getting her family involved for some reason. I'm hearing it's like some of you Aquarians don't know that somebody might have their attraction for you, and maybe they've like talked to their family about what to do about you, and it's like maybe you didn't know that they were thinking about you. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh, la allegrezza. Well, I'm hearing for some of you all, the reason why they're talking about it is because, you know, they're going to have to leave. I'm hearing, especially if it's for the holidays. I'm hearing they might usually spend the holidays with their family. It's like a really close family, and that it's like, I don't really care. It's a 13-hour flight. I'm ready to book it. And they're like 10 if we have good air. That's what I heard. And so it's like somebody wants to come and see you. Or maybe they want you to go see them. It could be. But they might have to get their family approval on that. And so I'm hearing for others, this is like, you're going to feel light as air, especially if maybe this is you, you know, maybe you haven't dated in a while, because sometimes that's what sacerdote is. I'm hearing maybe like 13 weeks of silence. It was like your death toll. I'm hearing for somebody who's like, all right, I'm going death toll. I'm not going to be near anybody for 13 weeks. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like your hermetic experience, you know? It's like something that you do to lock down and protect your heart. And that you might be coming out of like, maybe you date or something. Maybe it's been like 10 or 13 weeks, months, I don't know. You could be different people, okay? But I'm hearing that you're going to feel light as air if you've been like kind of just protecting yourself and doing other things and maybe just not dating for a reason. Because it's like, if you hear from somebody, it seems like it's going to have to go around the woodwork a little bit. It might come to you from a different angle than you're expecting, is what I'm hearing, Aquarius. It's almost like they're pointing to me to this guy here in the back that's looking here with the yellow shirt. I don't always see him for the, you know, the mention. A lot of times it's about this uncle here in the green. It's like the one's like protecting his niece's heart, or, you know, her pocketbook or whatever it is, and making sure that, you know, mom has all the info she needs over there. But I'm hearing it's like whoever this guy is over here that's dressed in the yellow, it's like he's got something good to say to you. He might have something good to say about like whoever she is and like whatever it is on her sleeve is what I'm hearing. It's like wearing her heart on her sleeve, but not because it comes through him somehow. Y'all are going to know if it's good or not, but I'm hearing it's going to just paint your feathers up. You're going to feel really good about it. You're going to feel good about opening up your throat chakra, especially if you haven't really had to talk to that person for whatever that means to you. And that's all I'm gonna say. All right, look, I love you, Aquarius. I hope that you're doing great. Don't let anybody psych you out about things that you know aren't true. It's a time for faith. If you're overthinking, do something to ground yourself. Trees are really good to you. Okay, I'm around. I'd love to hear from you. I love your messages. Every time you leave them, I love to hear what your experience is, and it lets me connect some positive messages to you. So hit a brother up. Appreciate the thumbs ups. Hit me up for a reading if you'd like it, and definitely join the Very Fine Martians group if you would like. I'd love to see you there. And if I don't hear from you, just know, love you a lot, and we'll catch you again. We're back for another one. Bye for now.